Y'all hear me now? Can y'all hear me now? Let me know if you can hear me now. How you doing, being the difference? Can you hear me now? All right, so we got it. There we go. So what it was is that I have what you call voice mod on my computer, and when you reset it, it automatically starts up. And so what it does, it goes ahead and it changed the voice. So there we go right there. Usually when voice mod is pop out on my task manager, I can see it, but for some reason it wasn't on my taskbar. So I figured that I was good. All of my levels and stuff was good on YouTube. So if you ever see me do the characters or whatever and the different voices, that's a program called voice mod. So there we go, man. The beauty of going live. So where was I? Well, first of all, I started off by talking to Ms. Gail. She was talking, she want a rematch with the champ. I don't know why I should give her a rematch. But I was talking about scheduling on the channel. So I got 2 IPTV reviews coming up next week. I did one this week. I got a voice amplifier speaker that I'm going to do a review on. It's a Bluetooth speaker, plus it comes with a little microphone. It's very compact. You can use it proudly like you use some type of instructor, something like that. If you a personal trainer, and I won't say mid to semi large rooms, you can use it. Excellent product. So the challenge band is just getting everything on the calendar, scheduling everything. So basically the thing is, you record, you edit, you upload, record, edit, upload, and in between the record, edit, and upload, you also got to write the description, come up with the tags, and do the thumbnail. Sometimes a thumbnail, just depending on my creative liberty, sometimes a thumbnail can take longer than actually creating the video itself. So those are the things that's going on with the channel. I'm looking forward to doing the IPTV reviews. A lot of companies out there, a lot of companies trying to get their name out since a lot of people are at home. A couple of things also I want to point out to you guys is answering questions. Not so much in the comment section, but in the email. So here's some tips for you guys if you want a response from me in a timely manner. When you ask me a question, try to be thorough. Try to ask audio questions the first time. The first email you send, trying to ask everything you need that first email. Try to keep it short, man. If you write a book, it's going to be hard for me to get to that, because if I got the option to read 600 words compared to reading 45 words, I'm going to go ahead and knock out that 45 word email and try to answer their questions, and hopefully I can get to you whenever I have time. One of the things that's been happening with the channel a lot is in between scheduling, recording, and then I'm still working with the vendors in the background. So let's say I got a solar panel coming, I got a 4K monitor coming, I got a couple of things coming. And then the IPTV companies, like, you guys just don't know, a lot of times 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning overseas, where my Chinese vendors are, a lot of times I'm negotiating on reviews and negotiating on prices and stuff like that. With IPTV service providers, I'm negotiating with them back and forth via email. Some of them call me, some of them want to do text, whatever. Some of them want to do Telegram, whatever their primary source of communication. And it's, explaining the details, explaining the prices and stuff. So in between all of that and being active, well, it's hard to be active in the community as I was before the stay in place, but I still got my Zoom calls and stuff for work, conference calls and stuff for church, and then also being a father and trying to help the wife with the household. When I get those emails, it's very important that you have what you want to ask down pat. What's been happening is that you guys would email me, answer the question, then you email me back. I answer the question, then you email me back, and then I don't respond to you. And it make me look like I'm a jerk. And I'm not really trying to be a jerk. It's just that it's just that I can't keep going back and forth to you. There's so many people that want my attention, and that don't make me special. Look in your everyday life. How many people want your attention? How many obligations you have throughout the day? So please, when you send your email, get your thoughts together. I know it's hard, man. I know, look, I sit down and I write things, and I ramble, and I got to go back and I got to go edit whatever I wrote so it can be straight to the point, especially if you send it to a YouTuber. Just keep that in mind. And not just me, but any YouTubers, that it's hard for YouTubers to keep going back and forth, you know, and that's why a lot of YouTubers charge what they call consulting fees. So if you want a one-on-one session, a YouTuber might, his or her price, they might charge you a consulting fee. That way you can kind of explain everything. You guys know I like to make videos, and if the video have a charge, you got the price. Now, if you get the video and you got a question, I'd be more inclined to answer that question. But again, sometimes guys get the videos, or gals get the videos, and they don't even watch the video, or they don't watch the whole video. They ask me a question. How I know they don't watch the whole video? They ask me a question that's literally in the video multiple times. You know, whenever I'm explaining something, I like to repeat myself. That's just something that my mentors taught me over the years, that you have to be repetitive for people to get it. And not only for people to get it, but you can cover yourself. So if someone said, you never told me that, hey, I literally mentioned that 3 or 4 times. Even when I'm writing, I document, you know, things that I write. So if you and I was going to like some type of, was entering into like some type of business venture, what would happen is I would be repetitive in that. I would say, hey, you sure this is the price? Hey, you sure this is the price? Document that to protect yourself. So that's just a little tip, guys. Just to make sure that you go ahead and you get your thoughts together, because it's going to be hard for any YouTuber to go back and forth with you like that, because we're still trying to shoot. Especially me, I do a lot of videos. A lot of YouTubers go live, but I do a lot of videos, a lot of editing, a lot of negotiations and stuff, and that's a lot of time. So just a heads up, I'm not trying to be a jerk. It's just that I don't have time to go back and forth like that. So let's see what some of you guys are saying. Duke said, sound like a chipmunk. I apologize for that. Be the different clothing. Say speak. Rick said he looked confused. Mark, thumbs up. Cleveland, you good now? Thank you. Let me come down. Third eye watching, good morning. Send me an email at takingthebathroom@gmail.com. You want to know what I charge for IPTV reviews? Tony, enjoy you too. What's good? Yes, hit that thumbs up, guys. Hit that thumbs up so YouTube can send out the notification to other people. Best for single home hotspot visible phone service. So, Carl, that's an excellent question. If you're not looking to resell the hotspots, then I would recommend the visible. And I did a video on that. It's totally free. It's on my channel. I'm gonna give you an example. I'm not gonna mention their names, but somebody had a problem. They watched the video and they contacted me, and it was like, hey, I'm trying everything, it's not working. I'm like, it's not that hard, like it's in a video. But what it was is that when you use the repeater, and this might sound like Greek to some of you if you haven't watched the video, when you take the phone, you turn on the hotspot. First of all, you have to have a visible phone that is compatible, with visible. Now, how you know the phone is compatible? You go to the website. They got a choice where you can just get the SIM card, or you can get a phone and SIM card. I usually get a phone because I do a lot of testing, right? But I recommend, if you already have a phone, if you already have a compatible phone, just get the SIM card. Well, they're going to ask you for the IME number of the phone on the website, and it's going to tell you whether or not it is compatible. So here's what you do. You get the SIM card in the mail. You put the SIM card in the phone. Make sure you have the app downloaded. The SIM card literally get activated through the visible app. After that app is downloaded, then you can use the hotspot method or whatever. So the rave repeater that I recommend in the video, the issue was they were trying to find it on their phone. They couldn't find it. You got to use two different devices, guys. So you can't connect the rave repeater to the hotspot, to the phone with the hotspot on it, because remember, the phone with the hotspot on it is sending out the signal. It's sending out the data signal. So you need another device to connect to the rave. It can be a tablet, it can be a laptop, it can be a desktop, but you need another hotspot to send out to the rave. I mean, you need another device to send out to the rave. So when you open up the rave app, you should automatically locate the hotspot. Once it's connected, you should automatically locate the signal coming from the hotspot. Once you go ahead and put in the security information, you're golden. But it gotta be on 2G. It gotta be on 2G. If you got it on 5G, the rave do not support 5G. It only supports 2G. So you gotta go into the device and make sure that the signal from the hotspot is coming out as 2G. So that's just something, a little nugget for you guys right there. And if you don't understand what I'm saying, if you watch the video, it explains more. Movement say, let's do more. What's up, Mom Don? So yes, I would definitely recommend Divisible for a, if you're not trying to resell the internet, you just want it for your home, I would definitely recommend that. Also, I recommend that you go ahead and you research what type of router you may have, or you want to buy a router, because you might not have to use that repeater. If you want to cover a larger area, there's routers that you can put into repeat mode, and you can literally take the hotspot signal to a router and turn that router to repeat mode and cover your whole home too. Because that little rave travel router is only going to cover like a certain amount of distance or whatever. Just keep that in mind. So yeah, guys, I definitely would recommend that. What's up, Rob? Definitely recommend that visible method as an alternative for the home method. And you get some pretty good speeds. It haven't let me down yet. I literally have one here. I have one in the client home, but the one I have in the client home is I use the other method, the paid method, to where I took the SIM card. I was able to program the SIM card, put it into a hotspot, and I have that at the client home. The downfall with that is if she watch certain IPTV, she got to use IPTV services. She got to use a VPN, which is nothing, because you can get VPNs cheap or even free. That's some of the things we got going on with the channel. So what's up, Thomas? So what do you guys have going on? Any of you guys are essential workers, and you guys been working? I see a lot of states are starting to open up now, are about to attempt to open up now. How do you guys feel about that? Are you ready to get back to work? You ready to get to the barber? Ladies, you ready to get to the nail salon? Do you feel safe? I just wanted to get a little quick update of the channel, but I also wanted to check in with you guys and see exactly how you doing. Like I mentioned, I do a lot of videos. I don't do a lot of lives, and my lives are usually, sporadic. I feel like I could connect to you guys a little better when I do a live, and I want to make sure that everyone out there is doing okay. So what do you guys have going on? Are you guys okay? I put a post on my Facebook yesterday. If you guys haven't noticed, I'm not one that shy away from controversy. Now, it's a difference between entering into an intellectual conversation with someone that disagree with you into back and forth smack talking, right? So I try to stay away from the back and forth smack talking. Within reading 5 words of a person comment, you can know whether or not they worth you having a conversation with. I try to ask people to be factual, facts, no emotions, and then we go from there. And so I posted on my Facebook that, a lot of people saying that, corona is not as worse. It's not as bad as the flu, because the flu killed X amount of people. I think flu season lasts 5-6 months. Corona, we've been in this for 3 months. It already killed more people than the flu killed last year. So when I start to give people facts like that, not to be alarmist, not to say everyone that's going to get is going to die, but in my personal opinion is that you should protect yourself. Why put yourself in that situation to where you might fall ill. You know, it's like Russian roulette. You might fall ill. You know, you don't know what underlying conditions you may have in your body. And there's been so perfectly healthy people that have passed away or have got seriously ill. And so I posted on my Facebook, I was like, you know, a lot of people say this is a hoax, but how many of you know someone that have it or someone that died? And I knew 6 people, and out of 6 people, 3 of them passed away. And I got some response. Only one person said they didn't know anyone that have gotten it. And I was like, wow, you know, and they live in the same state I live in, and they was like, hey, look, I don't know anyone that have contracted the virus. But a lot of people was like, you know, they knew people, and the sad thing is when the loved one going to the hospital or someone is deceased, you know, you can't go to the funeral, you can't be in the hospital with them. That's hard, man. That's hard. So let's see what you guys saying about how you guys are doing. I desperately need a haircut. I'm a part-time IHSS worker and school bus driver. I was just called to report for a few hours. Don said 43,200 dead already. Yeah. My friend's father died this Monday. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Be the different clothing. So, I mean, once it starts to affect home, man, it really, I don't know, bro. Like it's, and I get it. Like the person that commented on my Facebook page that said, "Hey, I don't know anyone." I get it because his world reality is different than my world reality, and so he might be the one that say, "Hey, this is just way overblown. This is a hoax," because he haven't been affected by it personally. But someone like me, I'm like, "Hey, whoa!" Like I'm Koji, Church of God in Christ. There just was an article that came out. I think like Church of God in Christ lost like what 40 ministers and bishops from coronavirus. The largest African American Pentecostal domination in the world. 40 clergymen is a lot, man, to lose to a virus. So I think it's forever going to change our lives. My personal opinion. Andrea, third eye watching, the numbers are wrong, Tech. I lost 6 people who died last year from January to December. I know one who died, the one who survived. Yeah, that's another thing, because you got to remember too that they was misdiagnosing people. Me personally, my cousin, and my brother-in-law father. My brother-in-law father was diagnosed with pneumonia, and they sent him home. And a couple of days later, he passed out, so they rushed him to the hospital, and then they tested him, and he had COVID-19. My cousin, he went to the hospital with shortness of breath, high fever, chest pains, and they tested him, and he told me that his test was negative. Then the next day, I guess they tested him again, and his test came back positive. So think about how many people that was diagnosed with pneumonia home and died, or how many people got a what they call a false negative and passed away. It literally wasn't on record. I know New York is going back and starting to add those numbers up, which is somewhat controversial, but they're going back and start to add the numbers up for people that they thought that wasn't tested and passed away, that exhibit all of the symptoms, but they wasn't testing at that time. Ready to go back to work, but work at gym, scared. Yeah, man, that's yeah, that is scary. You work at a gym. That's another thing too. Like I have like a little gym set up in my shed, but that's one of the things I do miss is the gym. But the gym is like a place to where, my goodness, bro. I mean, you can catch anything in the gym because so many people are sweating. Even if you wiping down the equipment or whatever, it's just so many people in and out there, you know. And how many times you'd have been in the gym and let's say you get on the elliptical or something and you grab the handles, you get on the Stairmaster or something, you grab the handles, and even though the person before you wiped it down, or you talking to someone, you get into the gym and you didn't see the person before you wipe it down, and you just jump on there, you grab the handles, and you know your phone ring, boom, you pick up your phone, or if you got Bluetooth, you hit your Bluetooth, and then you wipe the sweat from your eyes. Like the gym is a scary place, man. So man, Carl, be careful. That's the same thing that happened to my friend's father. He made it back to the hospital for 2 weeks and passed. He tested negative. Wow. Sometimes it's good to live in isolated communities. Only 4 cases in my city, and all have recovered. That's what's up. That was up, man. I mean, yes, it's. I don't know, man, because think about it, guys. This virus made it from China around the world. I'm just gonna think. I just want you to think about that. This made it from China and went around the world. It really, the little cliche that say it's a small world, it really puts it into perspective. Right, guys, go ahead and hit the thumbs up. Please hit that thumbs up. We got 48 people, almost 50 people watching. Hit the thumbs up so YouTube can send out notifications to other people. Just wanted you to know what we had going on the channel, and again, I can't stress it enough. If you want me to answer questions, please, I know it's hard, please have your questions down pat. It's hard to go back and forth. When I start looking at email chains and I communicate with you 5 times, 10 times, 21 times, and we're not negotiating money, and you just asking questions, it's hard for me. It's hard for me to keep that up. You know, it's hard for me to keep that up because there's so many other things that need my attention, and I don't want to be a hypocrite, because I tell you guys all the time, is that where you invest your time, you have to get a benefit. It don't always have to be a monetary benefit, you know, but where you invest your time, you should get a benefit. So if I invested my time answering questions, then that should be some type of benefit to me. Relationships are reciprocal. If you constantly giving, and you're not getting nothing out in return, eventually you're going to feel like you're being used, and you're going to walk completely away from that relationship. And I tell people like this, I'm gonna tell the story again. Relationship, what's up, Teddy? Relationships are more important than money, and I'm going to explain to you why. And Teddy, I didn't see his video. Tell me about the video. What the video was about, Teddy? What's up, Anthony? Relationships are more important than money. I'm gonna tell you why. Here's a story. There was 2 men. One man was rich, one man was poor. Both of them needed life-saving surgery. The rich man was willing to pay anything in the world to get that life-saving surgery, and of course the poor man, he didn't have insurance. He was limited on funds. He just knew that in order to live, he needed the surgery. There was one doctor in that town that was able to perform the surgery in a timely manner, and he had to pick. Was he going to perform the surgery for the rich man that offered him anything he want? He was going to be set for the rest of his life and never have to worry about money ever again, move out to small town and everything. Or was he going to perform the surgery on the poor guys? So what ended up happening, long story, even longer, what ended up happening is that he performed the surgery on the poor guy, and the poor guy ended up living, and of course the rich guy ended up passing away. And when asked, say, hey, why in the world did you perform the surgery on the poor guy when this rich guy would have given you the world? And he said, well, I didn't know the rich guy, but the poor guy, John, you know, we was on the basketball team together. We played softball together. We played football together. We was in Boy Scout together. We grew up. He was one of my best friends. So when faced with the choice between saving this rich stranger life or saving my best friend life, I chose my friend. And that's why relationships are more important than money. If you gather enough relationships, guys, a monetary benefit will come about. Listen, no matter what you do in life, make sure you're investing in good relationships. I'm not going to say you're investing in good people, you're investing in good relationships. Because you can know a lot of people, you don't have a good relationship with them. You can be investing, like you can be a good person, right? But we don't have a good relationship. So make sure you invest in the good relationships. And if you invest in good relationships, then monetary gain will always come along. Prime example, AT&T went down. A lot of you guys couldn't get your customers back online. I had a relationship with an individual that I helped out, and he's like, hey, look, this method is still working. So we did the Android method. The Android method still was working, and then boom, that went down. Okay, when that went down, I started doing research. I found another way to use like the Sprint and T-Mobile method, to where you can get a hotspot that comes already preloaded, and I put that out there. And relationships, someone inboxed me, a subscriber, a viewer of the channel, was like, "Hey Tech, I don't want to pay for your video, but I got information where you can take that visible method and you can take that SIM card and put it in the hotspot." Prior to this guy messaging me, I tried everything. It didn't work. He's like, "Look, I got the secret sauce. I got the secret programming. It's been working for me. Let's barter. You give me that video and I give you these instructions." Based off their relationships, now I have two methods. So relationships are more important to money, in my opinion. Monetary gains will always come if you have good relationships. Brad say it seems to depend on what state you live in as to how they're open back up, because the governor of your state isn't controlling it, but I think it's going to end shutting back down. Tedden said he did a video on Nitro, shut down, totally detaching himself for the service. Be the different clothing, amen. Was that a recent video? I seen another video where he was sort of like saying, I don't put words in his mouth, but he was saying like your service provider would take care of you. Now I have gotten emails from resellers. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I have got emails from resellers or whatever, and they were saying, you know, that they was having some difficulties. Some people was like, you know, they got another service. They directing people to another service. That situation right there, man. My understanding is that it's been a long time coming. I don't have intimate details about it, but like I always tell you guys, man, 3 months max. If you're going to buy IPTV service, three months max. I kind of got into it with a guy in my comment section, and he was basically saying, you know, why do I recommend people become IPTV resellers? And he was saying it's risky and stuff like that. I'm just speaking from, and if you have any other business people in the chat section, maybe you can hey, Miss Frankensham, you can help me. I'm just speaking from experience, guys. 3-4 years, maybe 5. I'm gonna say 4 years. I've been, you know, streaming. I started off with IPTV, what it was, Stalker, you know, then Dexter. And then what it was, Reloaded, Gears, or Set TV. And I became a reseller for Set TV, man. And I didn't have like a huge client base. You know, I was just getting my feet wet into IPTV. And I seen how that went. From Set TV debacle to now, I can count on one hand IPTV services in the US that have been sued or shut down. Now, none of them have been to jail, but I'm gonna say 3 of them. One reseller and Set TV and Non-Touchstone has been sued. And Target, he shut down, you know, for whatever reasons, but as far as my knowledge is, he haven't been sued. None of them been to jail. 3 of them that I know have been sued, okay? Out of hundreds, if not thousands, of IPTV services in the past 4 years. Now, you take that same time frame and see how many barbershops are open. Well, not barbershop, let's say restaurants. How many restaurants opened up? How many mom and pop stores opened up in that same time frame? Do you not know within the first 5 years that more than half, probably half of new businesses are going to fail? If you're doing risk management, man, IPTV looking mighty good, especially what you get in return. And so I tell people, you are adults, know your laws, know the risk that you're taking. But if you're going to take a risk, the odds, just do the numbers, man. Emotions out of it, the odds are in your favor. So Don, you so far mine's is working, recommended from you, 2 of them actually. Yeah, man. No, that's another thing too I want to talk about, since I got more IPTV reviews coming up. I told you guys this in the past too. When I do a review on an IPTV service, And it's not an endorsement of that service. If I endorse that service, I'm going to tell you, hey, I endorse this service or whatever. When I do a review, my process is that the service provider, they contact me, I give them my price. I have 3 basic options and 1 special option. All right, 2 special options. They pick the package that they want. Sometimes I just do a review of the website and let you guys know the pricing, let you know that they out there. So I'm putting their name out there, right? If they want a review of their website and their APK, I do both. I review their website and the APK. But the APK, I tell them, is usually 8 to 10 business days. And what I usually try to do is I have this set up right here with my multi-switcher. I got 4 different devices. Excuse me. I download the APK on several devices if I have the time, or let's say I might just do it just on the shield or just on a Fire Stick, and I play it on a loop. I play different channels on the loop 24/7. I go through channels. If the channel goes down, which channels goes down on IPTV? The channel's going to go down because a lot of you don't realize is that sometimes the servers reset themselves after so many hours. So that channel may go down. So 1 or 2 channels going down, that's not a red flag for me. I test it. If I run into complications or major problems, and to me major problems that are multiple channels going down or buffering issues, right? I contact that service provider and I say, hey, look, I've been reviewing your service. These are my issues. I could review the service as is, or you have an opportunity to fix it. 99.99% of the time, the server provider is going to hold off on the review until they get their app together. Now, most of the time it's not the app. Most of the time it's something on the website or something not, like, let's say I go to the website and I go to a payment portal, or I go to the website, or I go to, click free trial or something like that. It's not working. It happens, guys. It happens all the time. And especially when I do a review, sometimes these service providers, they get flooded. Most of the time it's 1 or 2 people. 1 or 2 people, so they get flooded. They get inundated, So I tell the service providers, look, guys, you got to have your stuff together. But when I put the review out there, everything that's supposed to work is basically working. Everything that is supposed to work is basically working. Now, it might not be to your preference. They might not have video on demand. They might not have catch up or whatever, but I'm not endorsing the service. I'm just showing you what they have to offer. Somebody commented and said, hey, what it was, Blast Off or something. I don't think it was Blast Off, but it was some type of service. It's like, hey, what he told me? He said, hey, you reviewed this service. You're gonna give him my money back? Like, whoa, wait a minute. What service was it? What happened? You put in the ticket or whatever. Look, I show you the options that they have. I show you how the channels load up, the pricing options or whatever. If something happened between you and the service provider and you can't work it out, man, why should I give you your money back? You are a grown adult that made a decision. Now, if it's to the point to where multiple people are saying, hey, Tech, man, I'm getting a bad rep from the service. Hey, Tech, man, they took my money. You guys seen last week what happened with Blast Off and Loaded TV. I did a video. The video that I done, they paid me to do the video. I pulled it. And then I did the video explaining to you guys why I pulled it. And before I pulled it, I reached out to them and I gave them a certain amount of time to contact me, and they didn't. So I pulled the video. I did a video, and I told you guys why I was pulling the video. I unlisted it, so meaning that you can't search for it. But if you got the link, you still can watch it, but it's unlisted where nobody can find it. Okay. I did that because I don't want my subscribers or my viewers being taken advantage of. But if it got 30 people that brought the service and only 1 person having the issue, that's your issue, my friend. But if multiple people are having issue with the IPTV service, man, I respect my viewership more than I respect any IPTV service provider money. So I don't have no issue addressing concerns of my viewers, because you guys make the channel. Without you guys, there's no tech in the bathroom. That's a no-brainer to me. But when I review these services, man, you have to do your research. I'm telling you that I reviewed this service for 5 to 8 days, and this has been my experience. If there's a problem before I do the review, being repetitive again, I'm going to tell them about it. They're going to fix it. Can IPTV services have a perfectly good product week 1 and then week 3 they have issues? Yes, we all know that. But don't think because they pay me for a one-time video that I'm on the payroll. Nah, come on now, man. You guys know that. Shank and Sharon saying hello to everyone. Don't forget to hit a thumbs up. Chuck Spencer said, boy, that ATM hosting. What's up with AT&T hosting, Chuck? Let me know, man. Stream for us ain't taking any more customers at the moment. All right. What's up, Marcus? Yeah, I mean, sometimes when Tara, with all the sports shut down right now, who really needs IPTV? Man, you'd be surprised. Look, we are in this niche, so we know about it, but there's so many people that don't know about IPTV. I'm telling you, there's literally people that still paying the cable companies that don't know about IPTV. And my daddy used to have a restaurant. My daddy owned 2 restaurants. He's since retired, but my daddy used to have a restaurant, and you wouldn't believe the amount of money DirecTV charged businesses for cable. And then your channels are limited. So outside this niche, man, these guys are making a killing doing this shut-in or to stay in place. And I got the numbers to prove it. Listen, I did a video, and within 2 days, this guy had 198 people signed up. Made over $1,200 within 2 days. Now, all of them don't share their numbers with me or whatever. Some of them trying to lowball, and they be like, "Oh yeah, man, I paid you, and I haven't seen the business, like I thought it was gonna come in." Bro, I got numbers, bro. I got enough services that provide numbers to me that indicates that, hey, when I do a review, you know what I'm saying, it's a good investment. It's a good investment. So yeah, that's my rant about IPTV, man. You got to, even no matter who the reviewer is. Like, I tell people all the time, like, I see comments like, "Oh yeah, he charged people to do this review, da 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 da." I'm a YouTuber. I talk to YouTubers behind the scenes. It's not my place to tell people business, but guess what? A lot of these YouTubers you watch are charging people to do products. Some people, I'm gonna say this, some people, mostly from what I can see, mostly small YouTubers say, "Hey, I'm not on here to make money. This is just a hobby. This is a release. It might be a therapy for them or whatever." Hats off to them. That's not what I do, YouTube. Anything I invest my time in, I got to get something out of it. That's my motto. Relationships are reciprocal. Whatever I put in, I got to get something out, or it's time to move on to something else. Now, that method worked for me. It might not work for you in life. Now, are there things that I do just to blow off steam? Are there certain circumstances to where I help people without any type of monetary gain or whatever? Of course, God. I work for an organization. I am a director of an organization that do community organizing, that literally work with people, disadvantaged communities, disenfranchised communities, low income people, that where you have to work with them and help them advocate to get resources. So of course, I don't mind giving people a hand up. However, when it comes down to business is business, guys. Chuck said it was just a horrible, unprofessional process to get set up with them. AT&T hosting decided not to mess with them. I'm sorry you had that experience, man. Hopefully if they watching this and they looking in the comment section, hopefully they'll go ahead and they'll try to fix the issue. And that's another thing too. I tell these IPTV service providers that when I do a video you have to be in the comment section. If somebody put a comment, hey Tech, I brought this service 4 days ago and I haven't got my login or whatever. Only thing I can do is thumbs up, put a heart, or excuse me, I'll put a comment, say, hey, did you put in a ticket or whatever. That's nothing I can do. I can't come to your defense and defend your service. I can't do that. This person saying, hey, they haven't got good service. So it's up for you to be in the comment section and say, hey, look, Timmy, John, Sarah, what's the issue? Reach out. This is how we can solve it. Those IPTV service providers that when a video drop and they're in the comment section answering comments, those are the ones that have been successful. Now I'm gonna tell you this. I got a review coming out in May. Yeah, guys, I'm booked up all the way to May. I got a review coming out in May. This guy actually going to give out money. Now, he have IPTV service. I know, you say, hey, Tech, that's a gimmick. But guess what? If you one of the ones to get that money, it ain't no gimmick. And here's his philosophy. Here's his philosophy. His philosophy is that, thank you, Teddy, is that when he make X amount of money, he's going to take a portion of that money to give back to a lucky subscriber if they're part of his Telegram group. I believe it's a Telegram group. I got to go back over my notes. So here's the thing with that. The thing with that is that he realizes that if I can keep excitement and people know that not only are they getting a service, but they got an opportunity to win something from me, I think he's on to something right there. And it's not a set price. It's going to be based off of how he's doing. Because that's one of my concerns is that, man, just looking at it from a business point of view, is that, you're going to promise these subscribers this and these viewers this, and how you going to maintain this. It was like it's going to be based off of his sales. So if he got good sales this week or this month, I think he's doing it monthly, then it can be $100, it can be $500, but he's going to keep that base motivated. And the point of getting them to his Telegram group is that, I tell you guys this all the time, if you're selling a product, have a way to communicate to your customers. That way, if you come out with another product, you can, boom, directly message them or directly have contact with just them, and you don't have to go through all of the weeds. So if taking a bath and want to talk about hotspots, I'm not going to do a video on IPTV. I'm not going to do a live show on IPTV. And the title of that video is going to be hotspots. Everybody that know about tech and hotspots, they're going to come to hotspots. If I'm doing one on drones, they're going to come for drones. You got to know your audience. You got to know your niche. You got to talk directly to them. So his philosophy is that he wants to gather a group of people that's faithful and loyal, and he wants to reward them. I tell you all the time, in life, you look, in order to be successful, you only need 1,000 people to support you. 1,000 people sound like a lot, but think about how many friends, think about how many friends they have, think about how many family members you have. If you could convince 1,000 people to support you, you will be wildly successful in life. Let's see what we got here in the comment section. Thumbs up. Yes, hit that thumbs up. 45 people watching. Let's get some more thumbs up, guys. Let's get to at least 40 thumbs up. Keep the good work up, Tech. Thank you. To be fair to ATM, so far still works. Okay for me. Is the service perfect? The answer is 50-50. So there you have it. That proves my point. You have one person that had a bad experience and one person saying that, hey, so far for him, so far for them, it's doable. Thus is the problem of being a reviewer, because people have different preferences. What works for me might not work for you. What I like, you might not like. So it's at the end of the day, it's providing an opportunity for you to get an in-depth look at a product. I'm gonna say it again. At the end of the day, a review provides an opportunity for you to get an in-depth look at the product before you come out of your pocket. It's basically a research mechanism. One more time. A review is basically a research tool for you to have an opportunity to get a closer look at whatever product the review is on before you come out of your money. After that, you can say, I need to know more information. If you're anything like me, when I buy something, I might watch, drive my wife crazy. I might watch 30 YouTube videos. I might read 10, 12 articles. I be on their website. I be in the fine print. You know, that's me. That's me, guys. Because when I invest into something, I want to know. Now, have there been things to where I just went off the brand of the company and got things? Yes. Just went off the rip. They make good products. I got this product. I'm familiar with that ecosystem. Boom. Let me go ahead and get it. But primarily, I pretty much try to see what's going on with the product overall, guys. How many of you guys, switching the subject, how many of you guys started some type of business since you've been in the same place? Now, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but if you go back and you watch my live about a month or two ago, was the last month, whatever, before all these stay in place orders was given, I told you guys, whenever I did a video about Netflix, I said, look, Netflix stock is going up because they're anticipating people are going to self-quarantine. I never knew that people are going to be placed on quarantine by governors. At that time when I did the video, I said people are going to be self-quarantined, so people are going to be streaming a lot. Why was I able to do that? Because I was reading. I was following. I was trying to catch the next wave. And I told you guys, I was like, look, you need to start either an internet company where you're reselling hotspots or whatever, or you need to start some type of streaming company. You don't even have to resell IPTV. I told you guys how I do my Fire Sticks. I program Fire Sticks, and I give people a choice. Say, look, here's a Fire Stick. This is how much the Fire Stick costs. You got 3 or 4 movie, TV show apps on here. You got a month free IPTV, and here's Netflix on me, or here's Hulu on me, or Disney Plus on me. And if you want to maintain this, then you pay X amount of price for this a month. Now, that first deposit, well, let's not say deposit. That first month when I give them that Fire Stick, that IPTV service, that Disney or Netflix, is included in that price. So here's the benefit that they have. They're looking at, oh man, I got all these movies and TV shows. I can watch any movie, any TV show I want. I can watch Disney and I can watch Netflix, whatever one they decide to choose. I don't offer both. So their monthly price, let's just say Disney is $12. Let's just say for one line of IPTV, let's say that's $10, right? So that's $30. So I might charge them $50 a month, you know, for IPTV, Netflix, or Apple or whatever. They're looking at it that, hey, I'm paying $200 right now for X or Y. I'm paying $185 right now for X or Y. This ain't nothing. Now with me, it's always a package, always a combo. You get internet and cable. All right. Yeah, you know that I partner with DA. I had another IPTV service that I partnered with, but I haven't heard back from them. They were supposed to help me get people set up for $1,500. DA was doing it, but it got so complicated. That's why I haven't been pushing that out, because there's some sensitive information that's involved, and people might not be comfortable with giving out that sensitive information. But those that are comfortable giving out that sensitive information, they they up and running. So hey, lesson learned. So with me, you're getting DA, you're getting the internet, and you're getting your choice of Netflix or Disney. $100 First month $190, then $100 a month. Man, people eat that up, man. People eat that up. So somebody said to the question, non-fire stick prices are a lot. Yes. Cable smashers tech, I found routers and a new internet sim that is working great. Unlimited, low as $25. That's what's up, man. If you probably talking about Visible, because Visible you can get the party line and they drop to $25. I covered that in the video. If you get 4 people to join, well, if you include yourself, you get 3 other people to join, then that price goes down to $25. So if you're a reseller, only thing you have to do is just keep signing people up, and then you put them into a party group, and then your price that you pay monthly will go down. Darren said, hey Sharon. Gerald said, hey Sharon. So yeah, guys, man, if you haven't taken this time to invest your stimulus money into some type of extra income, just consider that. Just consider that. One of the things I tell people is that if you don't have multiple lines of income, then it's hard for you to win. I'm just being honest. If you don't have multiple lines of income, it's hard for you to win. And that's one of the things that have been keeping me afloat, is having different lines of income. If this is doing bad, then this over here is doing well. The only thing you have to do is manage it. That's it. The only thing you have to do is just manage your time. You can make tons of money, but if you're not managing your time, you're gonna lose more than you make. And that's why I had that little rant earlier on about answering emails, bro. I'm not trying to be a jerk, but I got an opportunity to make $500, $1,500, $300, or I could go back and forth with you on the thread in the email, and at the end of the day, the answer was in the video that I did 4 months ago, 5 months ago. You know, it's not being a jerk. It's just that having priorities above all things, man. You have to think about it as a business move. Majority of my clients didn't have cable, so a 3-month package with unlimited movies, apps, and TV shows, $220. There you go. Sales boom. Yes, you're right. I found a router that is working with the service. I don't know if you saw my question above. No, I didn't, Joe. I'm gonna go back and see. What is stimulus money? I haven't received mine yet. Hey, you know what, Miss Frank and Sharon? I haven't received mine yet either. How about that, huh? I haven't received mine yet either. Yes, management. Tech, quick question. In your video, do you show how to get visible hotspot to above 2.5 megabytes per second? Because I can't get mine to go past that speed, bro. I don't show how to get the speeds up. It's usually a product of the cell towers. I haven't. That's a low speed, man. My speed average at least 20. My speed average about 25 megabits per second, man. Yeah, that's a low speed, my brother. Are you close to a cell tower? Gerald, you can ask your question again, because I don't see it up in here. Ask your questions again. Guys, look, I got a couple more minutes, so go ahead and ask your questions before I jump off. Just wanted to check in with you guys, see what you guys had going on. Make sure that all of you guys were safe. Let you know that what the channel had coming up. And really, really, really more important was just to try to let you guys know that if you're going to ask any YouTuber a question, please have it together. Please have it together. I can't speak for all YouTubers. I can speak for myself. Is that if you wrote me a 4-page letter, it's probably not going to get read. At least not right away. What's your tech? What's your newest favorite piece of tech? So believe it or not, the newest thing I got is the G9, the Panasonic G9 camera. Right now, I have this Lumix Panasonic G7 connected to a capture card, running into the computer. this was my A cam. I have a ZF300 Panasonic that I brought a couple of years ago. I had a Nikon D3400. I just got rid of that. And I just brought the Panasonic G9. So right now, that's my favorite piece of tech that I have. Every day my wife come home and she look in the room on side the bed up against the wall. I have a case with the DJI Zoom drone that I just had to have, that I only flew about 3 times, bro. So that's about $1,500. It's just sitting on the floor. It's just finding that gear to finding that time to, I had to use the word play with, but that's what it really is with the technology. Finding the time to play with all of the gear that I have. But since I've been, doing a lot of videos, I have more time to play with the camera setting. The last video I did, I had an autofocus with the G9. So I always take it as a challenge. It was hunting, it was throwing me out of focus and stuff. So I always take it as a challenge to learn new technology. But basically, since it's still in the Panasonic footprint, it's basically easy for me to learn. But I brought like some new lenses for it. It's just, those little caveats of getting it right. So let me see. When are you going to introduce your new business venture you are currently working with with a panel? So that's a good question. So I put in a text message to the plug today. Last time I talked to the plug, they was having problem with the website, with the panels, and he told me, he was like, look, you can start selling the stuff right now. I'm just making sure he didn't message me back. It was like, you can start selling it right now. You just wouldn't have the front end of the panel. Like you wouldn't have the website for the front end of the panel. And so that means that I would have to go in and do a lot of things manually. Here's the problem with that. So, bro, if I do a video and say, hey, give me the IME number off of your device and give me your SIM card number, and I'm going to activate it. From the time I do that video, my youngest son is 9, to the time he walked the stage for high school, I'm going to be busy. I'm going to be busy. And I can do that, and I probably can help a lot of people, right? And I probably don't even have to do a YouTube video on that. I can just hit some of my students up and be like, look, here's how I can help you. But word of mouth get around, and to me, I could be wrong. To me, I'm just setting myself up for failure, because there's no way I'm not going to be able to keep up with that. I'm already complaining about trying to fill the questions that people have, and then I have my other businesses and stuff like that. The point of it is trying to make it as smooth as possible. Will there have to be some hands-on? Absolutely. You will have to do some hands-on transitioning whenever it comes out. But the least amount of my footprint or fingerprints on it when it roll out, the best it would be for the user in the end. Now, if we roll it out and we got everything together and it crashed and I got to do it manually, I'm just going to have to do it manually. But I'm trying to avoid doing it manually because I got people that got 500 clients. I'm going to say it again. I got students that took my course, brought the video, did the AT&T method, AT&T went down, did the visible method, or doing the Sprint T-Mobile method. They got 500 customers. By far, everyone say AT&T works best for them. For whatever reason. For me, the Sprint and the T-Mobile one is just as good as AT&T in my area. All right. But again, whatever reason, most people say they like AT&T. If I roll that out and just one of my resellers say, hey, I want to switch my 500 customers to this new method, that's just one. Bruh, that you know how much time they're gonna take entering all of those numbers. So I'm just trying to wait for that back end to come up with the video. That way you can go directly to the website and you can put in your own IME number, your own SIM number. You hit pay, boom, I get paid or whatever, you know. So that's what I'm waiting on. Rob, all right, Rob talking to somebody else. Chuck Smith, I understand, fam. Just trying to see if there's anything popping right now because it's so dead tech wise. Yeah, man. I mean, a lot of people like Samsung's supposed to come out. Usually they come out like this is the Note 10 Plus, all right? And they just came out with their 20 line. So usually after that they'll come out with another Note. I don't know if they're gonna drop their Note this year because some of the people are out of money. This $1,200 right here, or $1,100, one of them. I don't know if people want to spend that, man. You know, I pay for that monthly, you know, through my my service provider. But I don't know if people want to spend that. So I think that's what kind of the hold up on the tech. Dell did a video on the box. What's the name of it? Is the Z Formula One, something like that? That supposed to have a year of IPTV. I'm skeptical of it. You know, the box run good. It look good, it run good, the channels, you know, do fine. But I'm not gonna tell somebody to go buy a $300 box with the promise that you're gonna have a lifetime of IPTV. That's just not how it works. IPTV services go up and down all the time. So unless they got it in writing that, hey, whenever you buy this box, it's guaranteed, or you can sue us. If you're gonna get the box, just get the box because it's a good box, not because you got a lifetime of IPTV. But I think that's interesting. That same company hit me up, but we couldn't come to terms on how much they would pay me to do the review. A lot of time what the companies want to do, they want to do review in exchange for an item, which I do here and there. Just depends on if I need content for the channel, I might do it. But you got to realize is that just because your product costs $300, if I do a video, you make $6,000 or you make $1,500, bruh, I'm getting the short end of the stick because that video is going to be up potentially forever. So as long as you keep selling it, you got the potential. As long as people keep watching the video, they got the potential to make money on that video over again. The only thing I got was a $300 product or $50 product or $20 product. Like, nah, man, pay me. And you guys might not be familiar with the commercial space of paying someone to do videos or whatever. And you have to get a professional to come and shoot a commercial, even if it's a product commercial. Man, you coming out your pocket a couple of G's. Coming out your pocket a couple of G's, right? And I'm not using cell phones, you know, so that's why I try to negotiate. I try to negotiate with them. Super Pro box. Not the Formula Z 8. Thank you, so Bro Harmony. So it's a Super Pro box. But yeah, I mean, if you got the money, bro, go ahead and check that out. That didn't work right because they only have 20 MBS. All right, look for a Verizon 4G LTE modem on eBay. All right, bro, always buy your phone directly from Samsung. They trade in rebates, early promotions. Yeah, Chuck. I usually do that. I got a whole video. About this Note 10. And the lesson is to be patient. I did a whole video about this Note 10, bro, and how I had a horrible buying experience because I was pressured by Bonos and J-Mac because they had got it, and you know I wanted to make sure that I had mine at the same time that they got theirs, bro. I got a whole video of how Best Buy and me was beefing over this phone, bro. It was called the Super Box with the lifetime IPTV, and it's $299 on sale for $249. Google the bands, the towers used in our areas, or download the app. All right, you must be talking to someone else. Tech help. Explain SIM card routers and modems. I traded my Note in for the new one every time. I never paid more than $400 with a trade in a mobile device. That was up, Chuck. You happen to where I can get a NVIDIA Shield Pro. They are sold out everywhere. Man, your next best bet would be probably eBay or one of those maybe, I don't know how big your area is, but check Facebook Market. You know, there's different apps like Let Go that you can try. Too small, Tech Note 10. I don't know, man. This is a pretty big phone. Note 10 Plus is a pretty big phone. So, but guys, I hope that y'all just stay safe out there. You know, if anything else get to popping in the tech world, you know, we're gonna try to bring it to you. I believe Bo Knows is gonna go live today. I don't know if he's gonna be with Jay Macker by himself. They did a comedy last night. I know they're doing a comedy this Thursday. I think that's excellent, man. I think that's excellent that they're providing that service. So if you look in the description of my video, all the way at the bottom, I got all of DST team members, and go ahead and check out their channels. They provide excellent content. Bo Knows is one of them, and this Thursday he's gonna have another live show with different comedians. It's a free show, man. One thing you got to do is just watch it, and you get to interact with them. You can send them some cash apps or whatever. I think that's the way that we can Swapple also. Yeah, Swapple. It's a great site where you can swap phones and stuff. I think that's the way that we can kind of like blow out some steam, guys. Do you have a video on how to use a panel? I believe you had one using a spreadsheet, which is what I currently use. I don't have a video, Jared, on how to use a panel for the internet method, primarily because you would need the API from AT&T or Verizon or Sprint or whatever method you're using. You would need that to integrate into a website. So you would have to have access to their payment portals or whatever. And in order to get that, you will have to have a formal relationship, which just happened, which I'm working on with the plug. They got this relationship. They're bringing me on board, and that's what's taking the time and rolling it out, is getting that I believe it's the API, getting all that synced up with the website and the payment portal, and that's when you can have a panel. The spreadsheet is because you're going through a third party, so you're going through their website, their panel. You don't have access to that, right? So you're going through the third party, and so your spreadsheet is to help you manage that. Now, is there a way to where you probably could get that set up? You probably could get a web designer. You probably could go to like one of those gig websites and ask someone over there in India or something like that to set you something up like that. It probably could work, but the amount of money that you probably, and I'm assuming, you know what they say about when you assume, the kind of money that you probably going to spend probably won't be worth it in the end. That's my personal opinion, but I never tried it. You might say, Tech, I spend a G, and look, everything's set automatically. And I'm be like, man, look, man, holla at your boy. Let me know what's popping. Wow, breaking news, Rob Gronkowski to the Buccaneers. Man, really? I thought he retired. I guess you go follow Brady. Hey, but look, I'm a Saints fan, bro. We don't have no problem breaking up those old guys. Tech, all my hotspots have the same signal, no difference. What you mean by the same signal? To my signal strength? Yes, sir. I'm in the Bay. See y'all at the Super Bowl. Man, Chuck, stop that, man. Man, stop that, man. Tampa Bay ain't going to no Super Bowl, man. Stop that. Yeah, I need to stop that, bro. Man, y'all should have kept on. What's his name? Winston? I should have kept him, bro. Y'all should have kept him, man. Tom Brady got 1-2 good years left in him, bro. That's it. 1-2 good years left in them, bro. Ain't no way Tampa Bay winning our division. That's if they even play football this year. Because in New Orleans, they talking about not having any type of main events until next year, to 2021. So if they keep that mindset, man, the Saints ain't gonna have no home games, you know? And what about the NBA season, bro? LeBron James, bro. I think he got another year left in him. I mean, he was on a tear this year. And then, you know, my Pelicans, man, you know what I'm saying? Zion was coming into himself, bro. I hoping Zion, if you watching this, which you probably, it's a high probability you're not watching this, are going to catch this on the replay. But Zion Williams, bro, I hope you in the gym working on your jumpers, bro. You know, trying to get your weight down a little bit too, man. That way you can come back, bro. You can be the beast that you are. You get you a jump shot, it's over. Sorry, Tech. I'm a Brady fan. I hear you, man. I hear you. Chuck said, loud now, cry later. All right, bro. I come at the champ. So Winston can keep throwing the ball to other people. Hey, it was working out for us. It was working. It was working out for us, bro. I just think somebody told me he had laser surgery, bro. He had surgery on his eyes or something, bro. He had that laser surgery done in his eyes, bro. But all right, guys. Somebody go get dressed, man. I got to go for my evening run with the wife. We do a mile every day, run a mile, walk a mile back. That's our time. Then we come back and get supper and stuff together. Look forward to the video dropping of the IPTV services next week. I might go ahead and do one this week. I also got that Bluetooth speaker that also amplifies your voice. You got a little mic that comes with it. Again, that can be good if you're a personal trainer or you're doing a presentation in the mid to large room. Cable Smashers Tech, new show live weekends at 7 p.m. So, man, that's one thing that out of all of this going on, bro, I think we would have been able to tolerate it more if we would have had our sports. I'm gonna keep it 100, but you was able to turn on a good basketball game, baseball game, whatever your preference, hockey or whatever. You was able to turn on whatever your preference in sports, man. Hey, look, I was showing my sons a YouTube video of marbles. Guys was racing marbles, and they had a commentator, and we was all into that. So we would have had our sports, man. I think it would have made it a little bit more palatable. I mean, I hate, like, I'm not trying to diminish what's going on in society right now because it is serious. People are dying or whatever. But, you know, it's just something about the human spirit, man. If we are entertained, we have a place to take our mind. I think it would have made this whole thing a little easier. Chuck said, bro, we was in every game, fam. Y'all stole that 24-31 game against us due to that. Remember, I called it Tampa Bay will be in the Super Bowl. Yes, in 2059. Remember, I called it here first. In 2059, Tampa Bay will be in the Super Bowl. Hey, it's your boy taking a bath. Until next time, peace. Don't forget to subscribe. Who that? Who that said they're gonna beat those Saints? Chuck?